Part 2. We already went over this and this shit. So then Pisne. Pisne is another Masonic corporation. All corporations are. Why? Because they monopolize every industry, as you can tell from the Masonic logos in every corporation. And that means that if they want someone to be up in the club with them, then they have to be in the other club with them, the semi-secret Masonic brotherhood, where the elites understand what it's about, the low-ranking Masons don't. They are given false interpretations to mislead them. So here you see the bitch stealing fruit, and parents pay Disney to teach their children to sin. It's alright to steal, kids. If you're hungry, just steal. So if you steal from your neighbor when you don't have anything in the fridge, it's alright. They're evil if they don't let you steal from them. Woe to them who call good evil and evil good. Of course, in this movie, this guy isn't actually good because he's selfish. He could have helped this boy if he noticed him, but he didn't help him. So she's being a Robin Hood. However, she's still stealing, and she should have just paid for it. She's a princess. She could have gone back to the palace, gotten half the treasury from her own purse. Not her dad's treasury, but her own stuff. Or asked her dad for allowance. And then she could have bought entire fields of apple trees for this boy. But no, she had to steal from others. She's a rich person stealing from others. This reminds me, and this is another digression, please forgive me. This reminds me of the Muslims' version of God. He is capable of paying for our crimes in our place, but he doesn't choose to do this. Justice is eye for an eye, equality, but he wants you to pay for everything. But oh no, Allah is most merciful. Yeah, so merciful he's unwilling to pay for you when he could. He could have an avatar extension of himself. He's God, he can do that. But Muslims put a limitation on God. The Muslim God is limited by mortals. Even though that's a sin according to Muhammad, who said not to attribute to God human limitations. Yet he did that for his version of God, saying God can't have more than one being at once. God can do that. And it would be, in a way, the same being, just an essentially same but different presence of the same. Anyway, digression over. So she steals from the guy, and then this idiot comes in to say, it's alright to steal, you're evil if you don't let people steal from you. You stupid, what's it called, street rat? You street rat. She's like, oh no! Hey Disney, this is so anti-feminist. Oh, I'm digressing again, sorry. So this guy is Disney's portrayal of the Christian God. This guy is supposed to be YHWH, the God of Abraham and Isaac and Jacob. Abraham, Isaac, Jacob. The God of the Bible is depicted as bloody, murderous, evil, and cruel. Not exactly, because if you read the Bible, you would know God gave people like the Sodomites many chances to repent, and when they didn't, that's when he rained fire on them. He gives us a lot of mercy, but Pisne types refuse to see that. So if you look at Aladdin, you see red and blue together. This is a motif, just like Super Mario and Superman, etc. And also in flags like the United States. There's a blue lodge in Masonry. This is kind of purplish, but still in the blue spectrum. So blue and red together is like blue lodge, red lodge in Masonry. This is symbolic of the Antichrist because red is hot, blue is cold, red is sun, blue is moon. Red is male dominance, blue is female passive. Together they are androgynous. Androgynous like Baphomet. Baphomet the goat man, who has female breasts but also phallus. So this represents the Antichrist. This is a symbol for Satan. the color combination here. It's not by accident they chose these colors, and this is a motif. Now over here you see the same thing. Red and blue. Why? Because one of Satan's lies is that the God of the Bible is God, but Satan is also God, is what they say. So they're saying they're two sides of the same coin, but the devil is just the better side, is what they're saying. Anyway, so it's kind of like the Zoroastrian delusion. And I want to do a video on how their 50-50 evil versus good God is nonsense. So then, she steals the fruit, and here's Disney saying, let's celebrate sin, let's celebrate rebellion against God. If you rebel against God, you will fly high into heaven. You will conquer heaven. That's Satan's wish. You will conquer heaven. And so Aladdin represents Satan, and she's with Satan. Now notice her hair. Her hair is like a cobra. The serpent represents Satan. So she's of the devil, even by her hairdo. Now, out of context, just this alone wouldn't make her of the devil. So I'm not saying that you're of the devil just because you have this hairdo, ladies. But, and also she sucks blood. Red lipstick. See my video? Makeup is disgusting. So why the apple of all things? You think the apple is the most common thing in Arabia? Or Greece? The pomegranate is probably more common. It's the apple for a reason, and that's the rebellion against God illusion. Now, Disney says if you steal from the forbidden fruit, then you're going to be Satan's bitch. So Disney itself admits this. But the thing about Pisney is they show the bad guys as satanic, but they also show the so-called good guys as satanic. So they're all satanic, which means whichever side you choose, Mario versus Bowser, Jafar versus Aladdin, whatever it is, whichever side you choose, you're choosing Satan. So the wise thing to do is not take the blue pill, not take the red pill like the Matrix tells you to. That's a false dichotomy. There's a third option, refuse both. Refuse both and resist all of the world, because all the world is of the devil. So people will say, oh, Disney isn't of the devil because it says that the snake is satanic. See, the Pisney is actually Christian. No, it isn't. This is a cobra, but so is this. Remember her hairdo looks just like this, like these flaps of the what are they called? The intimidating flaps of flesh to make the snake look bigger, just like a beard makes a man look bigger. Now, this is a motif. It's a recurring symbol in Pisney movies and other Hollywood nonsense. Again, Disney is saying the bad guy or the bad lady, yeah, she's of the devil. She's doing the forbidden fruit thing. But you know what? The so-called good one, red and blue again. Remember, red and blue. So blood sucking again. The so-called good one is also the devil. She takes from the forbidden fruit. Disney says, yeah, you're going to have problems if you take from the forbidden fruit. If you're a rebel against God, you're going to have problems. But in the end, it all works out. That's what Pisney's message is. And remember this. Look, she does what she wants. She doesn't care about the law. What is the satanic law? Do as thou wilt. What is Disney's message? Follow your heart. They're the same thing. They're the same suggestion, the same rule. Do whatever you want. Anarchy, chaos, you are God. That's the lie. You are God. You do whatever you want. Yeah, you're God, except you're mortal, you're going to die, because God's in charge and you're not God. You're dust, and to dust you will return. And then your spirit to the lake of fire, and probably you're going to be given a special body that will burn forever. So where was I? So Snow White, a cocaine reference. Tinkerbell is also of drugs with a dust that makes you, the white dust that makes you fly high, you get high. Disney is pro-drugs, Disney is pro-Satan, Disney is pro-rebellion against authorities, Disney is evil. That's why my daughter won't be watching Pisney. I saw her with stickers of Minnie Mouse. I took them from her. Ah, what an evil father! Yeah, I'm so evil for keeping her from Satan. You don't know anything, liberals. Then Pinocchio. Pinocchio has propaganda for sodomy with boys, man with boys, but that's for another video. And maybe YouTube wouldn't allow me to post that. So he takes from the forbidden fruit. Italy. Does Italy have more apples than anything else? I doubt that. Italy probably has more olives than anything else, although olives would be vegetables. Well, it doesn't have to be a fruit. But there's a focus on the fruit. It's not a trivial prop. It's a very deliberate, important prop. So book for knowledge, apple for knowledge, but forbidden knowledge. Now, is knowledge evil? No. However, taking from forbidden knowledge is evil. God didn't say knowledge is bad. God isn't anti-knowledge. You know the Prometheus story? That's ancient Greeks being told by Satan that Satan is the good guy. Satan has deceived all cultures, all civilizations. Prometheus stole fire and was punished by Zeus, I think it was Zeus, with eternal torment by an eagle ripping his intestines off every day or something like that. Well, Prometheus is a symbol for Satan, and Satan is saying he's the savior of mankind. And look, he suffered for you. Satan suffered for you. No, Satan is lying. He wanted you to steal fire so he could burn you with it. So you would die in the flame eternal. So Pinocchio is a liar, takes from the forbidden fruit. Let's see here. And notice the bad guy in the story, the cunning trickster, Fox. Fox, by the way, is numerologically 666, like Fox News, Fox Noise, 666. If you assign every letter in the English alphabet a number from 1 to 9 and repeat that, I think is the system for arriving at that conclusion. So the blue-eyed, Germanic, non-native Italian, like Goth or Lombard Pinocchio, if you were a real boy, is here with this brown-eyed, true Italian fox who tricks him, takes from the forbidden fruit. So the bad guy wants you to take from that forbidden fruit. And actually he also bit from it, if I recall correctly. Mulan, a very extremely satanic movie with much symbolism everywhere. Now the symbol for wisdom, this old hag, is doing the implied devil horns. This is not a coincidence. They put this much space between the fingers. Everything here is deliberate. The lighting is deliberate. Now light is a symbol for Lucifer, remember. Light bearer, Lucifer, Satan. So when they put light that can represent Satan, forbidden fruit, satanic, stealing from God. So not yet an apple for serenity. So they're saying if you steal from God, you will have peace. Nonsense. You're going to have eternal torment. In 300, where they depict a Pict, in other words a Scottish guy, as a Greek, which is absolute nonsense, because they didn't have light eyes. I plan to do a series on that. They had to darken his hair to make him look more Greek. Of course, some Scottish people are like the Black Irish. They have black hair. The Spanish went around there. Some Spaniards left their seed. So he takes from an apple. Why? Because they're saying it's a hidden message. It's saying you will be victorious over your enemies when you steal from the forbidden fruit. You will defeat God, is the message. It's absolute nonsense. Oh look, almost 15 minutes. YouTube doesn't let me post long videos unless I give them more information about myself or something. So I had to do a part 3. Bye.